Hello and good, I guess, noon. I know it's been a while since. Oh, Junkrift is back. Sorry, I got distracted. It's been a while since I streamed. I'm going to be streaming less here because I'll be focusing working on my writing. Let's face it, I'm not a famous streamer. There's no reason for me to hop on here every day when I'm not playing something that I really want to play every day, like Chrono Cross. Chrono Cross is done. I took a break. I wrote a little. I've been working on my room a lot. I'm having to reorganize my bookshelves over here to my right. I put a picture on Twitter if you want to see it. I made me a Stephen King bookshelf because he is my god. He is the reason I write. The top two shelves are Stephen King. Uh, the second from bottom, or Stephen King hardbacks, I'm sorry. The second from bottom shelf are all my Stephen King softbacks, or paperbacks, whatever the fuck you want to call them. I don't have all of that completed, but it's mostly what I have. The middle shelf is where I keep my controller chargers and my controllers. I'll put my phone there when it's charging. If I'm smart, I'll put my glasses over there. Out of some, I guess, exhaustion yesterday, I put my glasses on the bed right next to me, and I'm just extremely lucky I did not completely roll over and crush me. But over here on that same shelf, I currently have a few Joe Hill novels because I don't have a giant selection of him. He doesn't have as big a writing repertoire as his father. Actually, right here on bed where I'm organizing things, I have a comic book from him and Stuart Immonen I haven't read yet called Plunge, which apparently has some kind of oil tanker on it. Like ship oil tanker on the back has a guy about to get parasited through the mouth. I'll have to read that. I got that because it had Joe Hill's name on it. It's a comic novel, so it's a big book, the hardback, and I haven't got to read it yet. There's a bunch of books I need to get around to reading. Today we're going to chat for about 2 hours and play. I am done with the summer quest. I believe all I really have, because vibing happens in 5 days, so 5 days will probably be back. So all I really have to do is a bunch of weeklies that I need to finish. My dailies. I guess I have whatever the frick this is. I'll figure that out. I have to finish her dailies. So if I Yuri and snap. I don't think I got much new since y'all were gone. Nope, wrong thing. Recent. We unlocked him from being part of that member. He's got one hairy ass chest. It's Wolverine, but he doesn't use his claws because he's quote unquote undercover as Patch in this part of the series. Honestly, not 100% sure the story of Patch. I never really followed too much the X-Men comics. I used to watch the X-Men cartoons when I was little, that was it. Other than that, the only real, like, new-ish thing I got, I guess you've seen this guy. I got her. She's the lady we need to finish stuff with. I'm pretty sure you've seen her. I like that snake just pulling around her back. Oh, maybe I should have given her the snake, because that really just fits her costume. What is her back bling? I don't know what her back bling is. I may change that. Got her, of course. This is Core. Someone's telling me Core's face here looks different than Core's face originally. I'll have to check that out later. We got Mary Jane. She ended up back up in the shop and I wanted her. I don't think I actually put her in the thing yet. And then we got this. Oh god, I got the hiccups. We got Melody, which is really cool and I like it. It's a very kind of almost sexy looking swimsuit with the hips cut out there. Kind of like puts off the meaning of having a wetsuit where it's going to keep you tight, snug, warm, and pressurized because you cut off the sides there, but whatever. Who needs kidneys? Also, she is sunburned as a motherfucker. Look at that. I don't know if that's tan or sunburn. It was meant to be sunburn, but either way, you can see her strap, white strap marks. You see the white over her face from wearing her goggles all the time. She is super tan. Oh god. Sneeze attack. Today will be partially a talk about fun stuff, partially about talk what I'm doing, and a lot of talk about politics. We're going to start off on politics, most likely. Well, first off, we need to figure out what we gotta do. What do we gotta do? Let's go ahead and finish our weeklies. It's 3 separate crash pads without landing. Frick, any crash pads then? Well, there are crash pads over here. But I honestly don't know. Why can't I... Can I have the map, please? Thank you. We can come over here. It's going to be a popular place to land, though. Or we need to get crash pads and do it. So let's just go in and do that while we talk. First thing I'd like to talk about is swatting. This is a serious problem we have, where assholes without lives who hate certain YouTubers, certain Twitch streamers, especially streamers who get swatted, will go in, make false accusations, or pretend to be the streamer YouTuber and make reports that'll get them in SWAT members' eyes. And the police don't do any background check. They don't do any homework. They grab their guns, like, oh, Jelly Bim Bob, let's go get this guy. We got our penis size enforcers. We can totally just raid this person's house. All we need is a really quick, half-assed, half-brain judge to okay the, I'm assuming they judge the SWAT over in Canada, I don't know. By the way, but they need it here in America. Did you give us the right? We should go break into this random person's house because we half think he might be a danger to someone. And I get it, sorta. But still, there should be some kind of homework done. Some kind of reasoning. And there's not. They never do any homework and reasoning. Let's go down here first, see if there's close enough 3 boy crash pads to bounce on top of one another. In fact, had I done this in freaking battle mode, I didn't even think about that. I could have landed on a pad, bounced it, floated over to another pad. I could have 1 pad, 2 pad, but there's no. Yeah, there's a 3 pad. Okay. The question is, will the pads give me enough airtime to make it to each and every one of them? And the answer, I think, is no. Again, if I had done this in battle mode, battle Labs 2 might have worked. I don't know. Rumble, I could have done this. So, and this turns out almost deadly. In fact, I don't need to look it up, but I'm pretty sure someone's... Nope. That's a nope. That's a big old nope. So what I need to do is find some crash pads somewhere. Oh, junk riffs are back. Yeah, boy. I love junk riffs. Those are some of my favorite weapons. I don't know how useful they'll be with all the updates and everything, but I love junk riffs. Let's do this. So, it's dangerous. You can get people killed swatting them. See, how do you not love that? That is just humorous as hell. Huh. That view seems funky. Maybe it's just me. Oh, I'll take that. I don't really want that. Oh, I should see what landed around the rifts. Man, already out of jump rifts. They just drop anchors and cars, and it's humorous as hell. That has to be one of my favorite weapons in Fortnite ever. Anyway, back to what we're talking about. So, swatting is a dangerous, stupid thing. The people who did it are criminals. They're attempted murderers, and on one case, I believe they were a murderer. I believe SWAT may have killed someone they were swatting. I have to look it up. I may be wrong on that part, but, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. Cops are about as patient and responsible as Mega, who invaded the, thing. Let me look it up real quick. Yes, swatting death. 2 online gamers allegedly made a prank call to 9/11 that led the Kansas police officer to fatally shoot an unarmed man in swatting death. 2017, it looks like? Looks like around 2017. So as you can see, it's deadly. And that's the one time I remember it happening. Doesn't mean it's the only time it's happened. Let's see if, we're gonna cancel that here. See if we can confuse it. I don't know if it counts swimming as a landing, because I'm swimming. Let's see if we can glitch out the game. Shoot. No glitching. Okay, so that's not gonna happen, at least not on those crash pads. At least not without some kind of help. Embers. Anyway, I bring this up because a handful of days ago, we lost interaction with the Twitch streamer known as Keffals. If you don't know Keffals, she's a super famous, extremely pretty by the way, if that's not creepy to say, trans Twitch streamer. I'm pretty sure she's on Twitch. I know she's also on YouTube, but I'm pretty sure she's on Twitch and doesn't stream YouTube. I don't know. I had brain of doo-doo. Get him. Where you going? I shot that ball far. So I guess what I want to do next time is run as far away as possible from center. Anyway. So, the other day, some people got, I don't know the exact story, it sounds like someone may have got hold of her accounts on Twitch or Twitter or something like that, and made threatening comments in her name. These were likely conservative terrorists, Christian conservative terrorists, who dislike her for being trans, since, you know, Christian fascism is highly on the rise. Christian Nazis have pretty much taken over half of America. And they're a problem over in Canada, too, where she lives. And, they, through these comments, they sound like she was making threats and going to go on a rampage or anything. So, Ontario SWAT, over where she lives, technically London, Ontario SWAT, where she lives, didn't do any homework. They didn't do any background check. They didn't see where she was. They didn't check to see if this was a legit, happening. They didn't, she was in her home sleeping and they didn't even care to even see what was going on. I mean, for that matter, if she was some kind of terrorist, she could have had her house bombed and booby trapped, and they didn't give a shit about that, because my idea is cops are probably full of the same people who joined the military, and they're just bad people who like to shoot people. I need a freaking bounce pad. Come on, bounce pad. Oh, that's bad. So she gets swatted. They break into her house while she's asleep, and she's woken with their penis-sized enforcers in her face. They have someone to call them that, because that's exactly what they are. When you walk into someone's house who is sleeping, waving their gun around, you have penis-sized issues. I don't care if you are a cop. There were better ways to handle this, and they handled this as shit poor as possible. So they get up all in her face, and she's arrested, and she's locked out of her Twitter account, I think, because that's where it happened. And I think she's currently locked out of her Twitch account because everything was compromised, and they thought she was a terrorist. And the locking out of the accounts I get. The cops could have handled it better, but the social sites did the right thing for now. They just need to give her shit back since it wasn't her. And she's being forced to move. She's being forced to raise money. She's got to move. She's got to hire expensive lawyers. I'm hoping she's taking Ontario police to the bank. I'm hoping she's taking them to the cleaners. But the real thing here, the bigger problem here, other than some irresponsible, overly violent police officers, and it is the swatters. Swatters are an issue. They are almost never punished. The guy who got the only time I've ever seen swatters fully punished was that what was it, Kentucky, whatever one where the guy died. They found the swatter, and they put him up for a handful of years. I think. I don't even think he got life, even though he technically used cops as a tool to murder somebody. It was some kind of like, oh, that's like, didn't mean to have him killed. He shouldn't go to jail forever. Yes, he fucking should. But anyway, but unless something terrible like that happens, it's almost like the cops don't even care that they're being used to enforce bigotry and hate against other people. They're just there to do it. They're fine with it. It's part of their job or something. Be that cruel. I went way farther than I meant. I meant to burn this. Oh no, I still got it. 11 seconds. Pretty far out. It doesn't matter. I still need the crash pads. Ah. You're on fire. I'm sad to crash. A storm is coming. Now let's go. Hey, why are you roasting yourself? So she's swatted, she's terrorized, she's probably gonna have PTSD. I know I fucking have PTSD. Bunch of half-brain cops swatted my house. And, all around it was a really shitty experience. But swatters are what we need to get. Now, swatters have to have some kind of trace. When they hack into other people's places, they leave IP address. If they leave a VPN, they leave VPN addresses, and certain VPNs can be accessed by the police. Norton's, anything in America, anything in Canada, can be accessed by the police. It's not as secret and safe from the authorities. Even NordVPN, which is a Panama-based thing, which used to be like the big one everybody used if you didn't want authorities looking on you, say, hey, we're not here to hide you from the authorities. It's fine, I guess. I missed. I don't want to kill him with, I guess that was a dinosaur again? I don't have any health. Let's go over here and see what we can find, and hopefully not aggro whoever's up there. This was empty. He noticed. Yeah. So what we need is good people who can hack, because the police aren't going to do shit. What we need is Anon. People like Anon. Good hackers. The people who aren't just sitting around freaking PlayStation devices because they're losers. The good hackers need to get in. Anonymous. They need to find this IP address. 10. I always like that. Submit. Y'all got a 10 out of 10 from me. I only have 5. Why are you telling me about bonus rewards? I only have 5. This is where I am currently. I need 30 to get White Jonesy. White Pseudo Jonesy. Snow Jonesy? What do they call it? Peace. Snow, ice, whatever. Ice isn't, is ice white? I guess ice is white. Ice is clear. I guess shaved ice is white. I don't know. Then we'll get down to the platinums and lupus slurp. And then maybe blaze. I'm honestly not too big on the extra colors this season. I was big that one time because it was cube. So we're gonna go in and do the same thing. Yeah, I'm not sure. Okay. Same idea, same quest. Keep playing it. I'll be here for 2 hours. I'll be here until 2 o'clock here, so we have an hour and a half left. It's only going to be a short stream. I'm going to be stick to shorter streams, by the way. I honestly don't have the following that I don't need to be running 3-hour streams. So instead, I play a game that I think I'm going to finish in one setting and it's like 4 hours long. I'm probably going to, or I'm playing like a game where I want to sit for 3 hours and play like a playthrough. These streams, Blood Hunt, Fortnite and stuff, unless I really want to, we're going to probably stick around 2 hours. I have things I need to do today, finish my room, go hook up my son with school. Man, he's in the final stretch of school. So sad. Used to be such a tiny bambino, and now he's as tall as his dad. And why big enough ass? What is this random calls coming on my house? My phone. If they want something, they'll leave a message. If you're spam, you can close. That's not beauty. So anyway, Anon needs to come in. They need to find these people. They need to not swat them. They need to expose them, dox them. They need to turn them over to the police for sure. They need to turn over all the proof that they are the people that swatted other people. And then they need to expose them online to everybody. Not just to some people, to everybody. What are my summer cottages? Hopefully no one will go over there. And they need to expose them on the internet. These swatters need to be pariahs. Even if the police never do shit about them, they need to become internet infamous. They need to be so infamous that Walmart will think twice before touching their applications, and they'll be stuck either working with some other terrorists like them, or taller store general's heart pusher, because it's the only people who will ever hire them. There's some really lower than lowbrow like places. No offense to people who were working Dollar General forever, but why? And check retail. I'm pretty sure you can do better in slave labor retail than Dollar General. I don't think Dollar General actually cares about you. By the way, yeah, there has been a new tree. I think the tree was up here last time I played up here. I don't know if I was playing online or not. Look over there. Hondo Canyon is now 4 places. Now, again, all 3 places are similar. Wise, they have the Greek, Coral, Shipyard, and I think there was one more, and it switches between 3 of those 4. And it's fun, but also slightly disappointing. I was hoping they'd switch between 3 different things in each and every place. They could have made Hondo Canyon sweaty palms, and Sweaty Sands or Sandy, whatever the 2 other places were from the first and second map, and a third like Neo version of it that would be fine, just a Neo version of that place, and or something like that. And down in where else do they have? They have this happening. The lodge, I guess, up here. Where the frick am I on the map? Yeah, it's up here, I guess. Somewhere up here. Why are none of the things showing up? There it is. Logjam Lotus. They could have had different things show up there. Logjam from the other area could have come in. They could have had vibration. I felt the vibration. That's not usually a good sign. Why did I feel a random vibration? Come on, give me some pads. But yeah, they need to dox them. Hardcore dox them. Like, but it needs to be learned that doxing gets you in shit. And that if the government isn't going to get you in shit, we the people are going to get you in shit. And at the end of the day, because you, not doxing, I'm sorry, swatting. At the end of the day, because you swatted a person, your life has been ruined, and that's all been happening. Sure, you ruined another person's life. Hooray, good for you, you fucking loser. But in the end, you also ruined your own life. Your choices sent you to a hell you'll never regain from. People now know that you tried to kill someone with SWAT team, whether or not that SWAT team cares. Oh, goodness. Look at that. Hello. 3. 1. 2. And 3. 1. No, 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 no. Too far. 1. 2. Shit, what the hell? 1. Nope, that went the wrong way. Okay, so you cannot control yourself in air. Interesting to note. Ah, frick. Oh, frick. Why is this so hard? They're just gonna pop before I'm done with it. I didn't expect them to put this much bounce on them. No. Oh, you dickhead. Who did that? Oh, was that just them doing that? That made me sad. I had them, but I sucked at them. Oh well. So, who's shooting at me? Bro, you want some? You want some, bro? Bro. Go. So anyway, next on our list of little stuff is something crazy and much better news than heads swatting transgenders. Trump has been swatted. Not really swatted. Trump has been raided. His Mar-a-Lago, while he was up in New York, the federal authorities raided Trump's compound, I guess is what I'd call it. His little golf resort down in Florida, where he also secretly buried his ex-wife for some reason. I don't know, maybe she's pushed down the stairs or something. And where he holds fundraisers for his questionably immoral Saudi investors. And yeah, it got FBI raided. It got its FBI version of swatted, only less guns in the faces of people and more people going in and raiding, kicking people out and being like, yeah, we're here, you guys get out, we're going to take what's in the safe. And this was all because that idiot dickhead had stolen, I think, like 12 plus boxes of sensitive secret government material, and he destroyed a bunch of it. Apparently, this is legit. There is evidence he ate some of it, flushed some of it, and just destroyed some of it in other ways. Oh, you won't like that. What is that? I can't tell who that is, but he's not gonna like it. It kind of gets me. I didn't have that noise on me. Well, he's dead. What's that noise? Oh, is that the fireworks again? And that was just the beginning of this little starting to crumble empire. Ooh, why would you leave that behind? Of Trumpler. Trumpler Part 2 was that a advocate of him and a senator, congressman, whoever, I think Scott, not Scott Perry. I don't remember who it was. Scott something? Something Perry? I don't know. Pretty sure it's not Scott Perry. Isn't Scott Perry like an actor? Anyway, he got his phone confiscated, possibly related to the same thing, so his empire just being crumbling. And the third part isn't even related to this. Trump's company is under a large lawsuit or fine now because they were taking made in China tags from their products and turning them into made in America tags. The whole process of Trump's thought during the Obama era was that things made in China were so un-American, but then it was exposed that all Trump's shit was made in China. Let's see if I can hit him. He doesn't even know where I am. Just know things are falling from the sky. I have some fireflies could burn them out. So instead of actually making things in America, they're still making things in China, but they're trying to swap out the tags, which is illegal because that is A, false advertisement, P, false placement. So they're got under a big fine for doing that shit. My head is big and in the way, and he's gonna see it. There we go. Freaking bounce pad. Damn. Thought I got him. I didn't even see him bending over there, but he didn't see me coming. What the hell was that? Let's see. Nope, random call did not leave a message. Okay, we're gonna return to that. Now we know what to do. It's gonna be a pain in the ass. Let's do something we can actually do right off the bat. Trump says he refused to answer attorney-general questions about in probe of his business. This probably has to do with his uh China attack thing. Fuck you. You have to say anything, Trump. You're a criminal. You're a criminal. Alright, you dude. I hope in the end this just crumbles his entire empire, and he becomes destitute, and he's placed in the prison, and his family follows him in there with him, and it's just a whole Trump prison syndicate after that. And maybe his less guilty family members, whoever that may be, will get out of prison faster, but he'll be in there for the rest of his life, and that'd be a good thing for America, to have him there forever. So that's a pain in my butt. Let's not do that one then. Collect seeds from reality seed pods before they stop bouncing. Okay. For that, we're gonna go ahead and hit my tree, which is still up there, thank goodness. So a little chat on half maturity contents. As you know, a while back, they were going to add physics to the game that included bouncing body parts, hair, and stuff like that. The big showcase of that was the cowboy girl from Chapter 1. who came out with everybody loves Raymond ad Seinfeld emote. I don't remember. I think it's Seinfeld emote where their hands it's called Jubilee, the Jubilee emote, and it showed her chest bouncing somewhat realistically. It wasn't like dead or alive obviousness. It was actually pretty realistic looking. And then, apparently someone shat their pants over the fact that boobs actually have weight and buoyancy and react to gravity and air pressure in such a way. And I'm bringing this up because I'm also playing Multiverses, of course. I love Multiverses. I'm almost near the end of the pre-battle pass, by the way, as Season 1 calls up on us. I'm going to actually try and finish that really quick because I think Season 1's not too far away. But anyway, so anyway, I'm playing it. I notice the women there have physics. They jiggle. It's natural. It's normal. It happens. Most notable, I think, on Wonder Woman of all people. But yeah, it's there. It happens, and it's not obscene. It's not suggestive. It just happens, and nobody's obsessing over it. And I want to bring that up because the people who are obsessing over it are the people who make a big deal out of it. And oh my god, the bubbles coming out of her butt, and that's a very bad placement of the bubbles, unless that was on purpose. 2D bubbles. Anyway, the people who make a big deal out of it are the terrible people who are probably going to fetishize it. In the first place, there's something. It's just physics. It happens. If it happened in Fortnite, it wouldn't detract, add, or fetishize the game. And our inability to see anything past this... Hey, look, there's just driving around still. Past this weird anti-sexual filter we have in the world is part of our problem. Of course, a lot of it is Christian fascists just pushing everything down on the ground. Like, oh my god. I wouldn't be surprised if they are the ones behind all the anti-bounce, anti-physics bullshit. Oh my god, her chest wiggles. That don't happen in real life. The Christian wears to the crowd. That's going on. Please it. And I have my fruit, please. Take your time, huh? Okay. Well, let's assassinate this thing and see if anything's up there. Actually, let's go down here first. Oh, this one hurt. Oh, that didn't hurt. Got the worst gun. Can I please get some more crash pads? Because that was the whole point of this thing. Just for the hell of it, I use it now. Bring you. Oh. You. We should be coming up near the end of the summer events, by the way. It's getting to school, which means it's going to be getting to fall here soon. We have 5 days till we have to start on main storyline missions again. Wow, nothing. Lame. Lame. Looks, Neo, you're so pretty. Those. How far away? Still not very far. So what else are we doing? I am currently, other than waiting on Climax of Evil's, what the fuck is that? You see that wiggling? Which is, oh, it's glitching out. Okay, I see. Oh, because it's the hologram plus is being freaked out by the fact that it's been teleported over here for no good reason. Put that in here. Really? Yeah, I guess I'll do this. Ooh, yes. Long time no see, BMRs. Feel like lost a friend I haven't seen you in a while. Meh. You know, I hardly have in shotgun ammo, so it doesn't really matter. If I get another shotgun and more shotgun ammo, that'll be one thing. Yeah, I'll stick with BMR. If I get a blue B, I'll go higher, but right now I'll stick with BMR. Brick. Okay. You're right here. Gosh darn it. Actually. Got it. Yeah. And a level up. Okay, I need to find some reality seeds. There should be reality seeds all over this place. There should have been some back there. I didn't even think about it. But literally, they're everywhere now. Literally. Anyway, I've been waiting on that. I'm also, unsurprisingly, creating dead ends for now. I said dead ends was my last dead ends. I didn't say my last dead ends. I was going to allow myself some semblance of hope that maybe one day I'd get it, my big shit finished and published in a real publisher. And I'm trying to say I've come to terms. This is a really weird battle because the way they were building, I thought they were real people. And those were real people. That was really weird. By the way, the viewpoint down there doesn't mean they're real people. I'm pretty sure they have computers sit around and watch us now, so we don't know. Tricks us into thinking people are watching us actually play. Just go. No, bros, y'all going in the storm, man. Yeah, the storm. Turn left. Turn left. Nah. We're gonna die. Oh, hello. Come here. Come here. You wanted to fight it? I mean, you wanted to fight, right? 6 seconds. Run! Ta-da! Okay. Go anywhere. I hear Chicharrones is probably like you're playing games for the first time in forever instead of paying attention to me. Easy kitty cat. Come up here and play with me. Come over here and lay with me, mister. Why have I not seen any reality pods? I want to land on reality pods in this round. There's no way you know where I am. Excuse you. Ow! Jeez, see, maybe not pay attention. Now this guy's up on my face. If this is a real person, they shoot this tree in front of me and take me down. This real tree. Yes, I know my bed is full of books. I'm organizing, sir. Please don't destroy them. They're books. Well, shit, here comes the scratch. Here comes the scratching poster. Here comes the, and death. Ooh, feels good to be in this game again. I actually haven't played since I finished the summer stuff. Bad me, I know. And a lot of multiverses, technically. And a lot of writing. I've been doing a lot of writing. Playing a lot of writing, G. I'm thinking of hitting up for evening things. If I get time to do any evening streams, I'm thinking of hitting up just random short indie horror games I can find either on the Xbox or PlayStation. Gee, there's a tornado. Mater. Gee, your hands are cold. Your paws, your toe beans are cold. Why are you so cold, man? Have you been standing in something wet? Are you getting something wet all over me? Is that what that is? You're being gross. You're being gross, aren't you? Don't lie, it's true. You know it is. As true as hammering these things are a trap because of what's next to them. Careful. Ooh, a blue pine. Actually. Go ahead and start out. Is that out? Whoa, we got a little bit of lag there. Lag, that's right. Let's get lag and frame rate mixed up. I'm like, oh, was that frame rate? No, it's not frame rate, it's lag. Frame rate's when it starts going down in frames. It doesn't quite look like slow motion, but it doesn't look all good. Freaking hell, I keep forgetting I'm looking for a bounce seeds because I'm in the final areas and I'm just into win mode now. It's the final circle. Diddly-doo. Oh, so here's something interesting. A friend got me into a comic book series that is called from my coworker slash friend called The Ice Cream Man, and it is one of my most favorite comic book series now. Like, I picked it up, I read the first two chapters, it just dug its claws into me, and now I couldn't put it down until I got through all 7 volumes plus the 3 current single issues that are out. It is that good. The premise is a little strange. Think of it like Outer Limits, is the best way I heard someone put it, where every single story is its own separate story, usually unique to itself, and it's kind of a horror, sci-fi, fantasy world. Uh, Heavier on the horror than sci-fi and fantasy, but there's different stories. There's stories of abuse and neglect, stories of horror, stories of love. The one with the dad and the daughter towards the final episode so far kind of made me cry because of my son's growing up and I'm seeing all the same things happening. I'm thinking, wow, this is the dad and the daughter, African American guy who is watching his daughter grow up, not the one with thinks his daughter might be doing things. Because that one ends poorly, and no, my son's not like that. But it's very well written, very well drawn, and the whole premise is you have all these different little stories, all different premises, all different things happening. The cocaine duo struggling. Oh, sorry, not that. Isn't that cocaine? I don't remember what they're doing. Heroin? I think they're doing heroin. Some kind of stupid fucked up drug. Uh, Freaking up there in everybody else's life to the next fix. What you gonna do, huh? Damn. I thought I built a wall there. But I made him come down at least. Well, okay, so I got the one thing I was having trouble done with. Where are we on time? Anyway, it's really good, and it's also, but there's one centralized story element, and this is the Ice Cream Man. The Ice Cream Man's this, like, demigod being, and he's a malicious, he's psychopathic, he likes to frick with people because he just likes to frick with people as much as he's feeding off of them. And think of him like a Pennywise being, is what my coworker described him as, and that's pretty much what he is. He's just being in the background, causing all the mayhem for his own satisfaction, or his own pleasure, or his own cessation, whatever you want to call it. And it's all really good, and there's different stories to this, just so different. Like, the first story starts off with an ice cream man, and you think it's the titular ice cream man. It's going to be that on, but it's not, because he hands off ice cream to this one kid. And then we follow the kid, and Ice Cream Man's no longer in the story, and they follow the kid to this house, and it turns out this kid is living with his, and I'm going to spoil some stuff here, but the kid's living with a tragedy, I should say, without spoiling too much. But he's been living with some while, and it gets dark in a different direction, and then we're on to police who are investigating these connected tragedies, investigating this supposed werewolf theory, and I'm not entirely sure where the werewolf comes into play. You'll find out who the werewolf is. I don't know if he's a werewolf by his own volition, or if this is something that actually happened to him out of his control, because everything seems to be in his control, sorta. I may have just given that away. But anyway, hi to you, Lushan, you talk. Stupid boy. You go on to the next stories about the heroin users. One of them is sick because he's overdosed. He's at the point of his overdose where he may or may not come out of it on his own, or he may just end up dying. His girlfriend, who doesn't usually run the outside jobs, after we're seeing the past, we see that in the past he said he would run all the jobs, but she ends up having to run a job. Then she ends up stealing the ice cream man's truck. More tragedy happens at the end. She's given this choice between, hey, I got something from you, from the heroin man, the ice cream man, and she has to make this choice whether to be selfish or use that choice to save her boyfriend. I won't tell you how that goes. There's tons of different stories, and some of them directly involve Ice Cream Man. Like we learn a little history about him. We learn that he's from possibly another planet or the end of our planet. I'm not sure what. And there were three of them, and one of them was like a caring old uncle. Then there's his cousin who was more of a law-abiding, kind person who loved animals. And then there was Rick, who was the ice cream man. We already knew his name was Rick because in a few episodes we had seen his name was Rick, but his name is officially Rick now. And we learn that he's always been malicious and crazy, and he learned something that makes him more makes his insanity more defined, I guess, out of control. He just loses it completely, and we learn some past about him, and we get some ideas about everything going on, and it's got 7 volumes, several dozen comics now in those volumes, I want to say, and all in all, it's probably one of the best sci-fi horror adventures comics I've ever read. And not all of them have terrible endings. Some of them are like just all-out chaos. There's the office building one. There's the paramedics one where everything's just chaos. Everything seems to be falling apart. It's the end game for whatever this creature's end game is for just complete total chaos, break down society. Everybody's either insane and goading in this kind of utter chaos, or they're not insane and trying to figure out why everybody else is insane. But there are ones that are like the one with there's the one we read. There's 2 that include fathers. One of them is the doozy. The dad's picked up his kid's journal. He's afraid she's becoming more sexual, becoming more adult as she grows up. He understands, but he wants to be a good dad, and he wants to promote safety. But there's a big twist towards the end, and he's like, "How far do I go to protect my daughter? How far is too far?" I won't spoil that for you. But then there's another one later on in the stories where it's a guy, a writer, which struck with me because I'm a struggling artist who would love to be a writer for a living, but probably never will. And his daughter, and she's born. They have problems. I think he gets divorced, which again strikes a chord with me because I'm a single parent. They decide to raise the child amicably, which I've tried to do with his mom, and they raise the child together, separated, and give her as best as she could, and they pretty much a very heartwarming story. I actually don't remember any weird shit in that story at all. I'm sure there was something weird in there. It's an Ice Cream Man story, though it may have been from one of the COVID stories. I'll explain that in a minute, which may have had an offshoot of different things. But anyway, you watch him grow old, and you watch him lament over his daughter growing old with my son entering high school. I kind of emotional about that right now. He's all big and shit. And being a single father that sees him half the time is like, he's grown up twice as fast as they're supposed to. I mean, school steals them away from you as much as possible it is. And your work steals you away from them as much as possible too. And then you only get to see him half the week anyway. So I kind of, I guess, touched on that story. I was touched by this story. I can't think of the words. And then it switches around. Partway through the end of the story, you start hearing it from the daughter's view as she watches her dad get old and then eventually get old enough to pass away. It is an extremely heartwarming story. I don't know where it came from in this series. It was way out of left field. So yeah, it was really good. Maybe we'll come back in here and we'll have a spoilerage issue of talking about the Ice Cream Man, because it's been around since before COVID at least. And I think 2018 was when it started, 2018, 2019. And it was a super good series, and he's one of my favorite villains now. I just love something about all-encompassing, godlike, world-ending scenario creatures, whether or not they're malicious or, Genova, Lavos, Pennywise, or It, whatever you want to call him, Ice Cream Man. Things like that tickle a button somewhere in the horror juice spot. Something about that, just all-encompassing, godlike horror, really gets me going when I read it. I mean, I need to start reading more Cthulhu stuff because he's another one like that, a godlike, destructive being where humans or beings are just below him. And I'm not sure if Cthulhu is malicious, but he doesn't really care for humanity. Locker, okay, I'll go in and see what's her name's stuff. Holy freaking cow. Look, it's her guitar. And look, it's her guitar. You happy? It's so random. I like it. It's so random for some reason. It shows a bunch of random stuff we have. We got Jonesy, Candy Backling. I don't remember. Oh, this is the Mushroom Guy's axe, right? Maybe. What's it called? Oh, I don't know what it's called. On cycle. Memories. Song shuffle. Ow, hold on, I got a cramp. IBS cramps. Oh, I love those. My issues have been acting up lately. To try and take care of them, you take care of one version of the issue, and the other version of the issue rears its ugly head. That's exactly what's happening today. The other side of the issue has reared its ugly head. Oh, didn't expect cramps though. Because I should have expected cramps. Whatever. So let's go collect seeds for bouncy pods. We're going to just hit as far away from the bus as possible this time, and hopefully come across a seed. Come on, you young ninja dude. Gee, you are freaking cute. Why are you so loving? Why are you a good cat, huh? Why are you a good cat, Drones? It's been a while since we sat up here and just played video games, huh? Always so busy I am, huh? He's a good cute kid. But if you have time, you get on Google Play, you go find them at a local bookshop, go read them in order. Well, I would say mostly in order, though technically the books themselves aren't in order, because you'll see points where you think someone's dead and he shows up alive again. I don't think he's not dead, I just think he's, since being part of the central story, we're just seeing something happen before he died in certain areas. You'll find out who's dead in like the third or fourth fall issue, I think. Someone will go, someone literally says, I'm gonna kill you, and he's like, yeah, we'll see about that. And then in the next issue, you'll see something like that happen. Okay, we will head out to this building. Head in, and we're looking for seed pods. Over here, let's just go to Twitter and look around and see what there is to talk about. Got notifications from Fortnite. We have slightly pushed the NA West. Oh, I guess I should jump. Well, I'm kind of far away from where I wanted to go. We'll go over there anyway. We have slightly pushed the NA West FNCS finals back 30 minutes for both day 1 and 2 on August 13th and 14th. In addition, we are holding a new NA West clean feed available to everyone. Watch Fortnite.com during the NA West. Okay. Ines Wolf says, workers never tolerate a company going, well, that same work is worth less because you know. Now you live in a cheaper place. If X works is worth Y dollars Global Corp, it doesn't matter where you do it. That's the proper pay, and you shouldn't be punished for making it go further. Corporations and punishing us. It seems they forget that without the workers, they are nothing. Been having issues myself. Been always having issues. All 16 years of retail, I've seen nothing but abuse from every single employer I've ever been with. Not just personally, I may just abuse in general of their employees. That's funny that glitch is still there. Glitch has been there for, I think, the entire life of Fortnite, maybe? Oh, no, I don't need that anymore. I'm done with that. This is the chest. It was just a light. Jeez, John, your house is empty. John Wick has a fourth one coming out. If you haven't seen that, I'm afraid that it will be his death, or he'll keep making movies. At the very least, until he dies. The character. Until the character dies. Because the movies just keep going, and he keeps getting into tighter and tighter spots. You don't know exactly what I'm talking about. If you've seen the last movie, holy cow, I don't think he could be even in a tighter spot than he is in now. Should be good. I'm using the waste that then. By the way, if y'all didn't know about this, if you see someone down in the basement down there, you can totally just rush them. I don't know where those guys are. This way. Come at me, I'll they're leaving me alone, I'll leave them alone, everybody gets left alone. Seed pod, where is a seed pod? On the lifts. Or jumper, please. Oh, that makes me sad. It has his sad chi. She says, "What you talking, cat?" Oh, it's not blue. By the way, if you ever want to hear where chat is going, come in and chat with me, guys. I can't guarantee you when I'll be on next anymore. Again, this is not going to be my main avenue. I'll come on when I come on. I'll have a more secure schedule if one day I get to be a little more watched live. Other than that, just keep an eye out on that little notice thing that says, "Hey, he's on for the day." If you ever want to play with me or ever have something you need to co-op with, just call me up and text me up. Don't call me up. I won't answer phones I don't know. Then I'll be like, "How the frick did you get my phone?" Nope. Up. Nope. Up. Gosh darn it. Oh my god. Trying to get this chest if it kills me. Gosh darn it. Aha. Aha. Totally not worth it. For the XP, of course. Perfect. Golden timer shotgun, nice. Thank you, Just full pro? You think he's a full pro? Yes, this is what I need. Okay. One. Oh shit. I don't know why I thought I was still bouncing. Well, I got one. There might be more here. There's a whole bunch. Do this one. Through the storm, I'm doing this. Three, two. Done with that mission. And another level up. Boom. Weekly. Riding a wild boar. The wolf. Deal damage. Oh. Find one of those. Welcome to Condo Canyon. I don't remember that sign. Has the sign been there that entire time and I've just never noticed it? Even this other guy just shooting the shit out of this guy. So a third person after this guy now? Oh, this guy's luck. Wild Wolf eliminated somebody. That was probably him. The wolf's still a threat. Found his body. Come here. I will. That way, I need you. Oh, get back here. What are you doing down here? Oh shit. Wolf, I need you to run. Lento. Hello. Better be counting that. There we go. Oh, I remember the junk crypts were amazing for just destroying entire builds. You have someone like a, I got distracted by my wolf. He just scared the shit out of me. Well, you're welcome for the juice, lady. I don't know what kind of stars I'm gonna have. Whew, I have 30 minutes to play left. Fortnite map change tracker. August 3 shops at Block 2.0 Tilted Tower is now officially under construction. Okay, so I'm going to go over here to Conservatives Are Evil, which was Conservatives Are Vile originally, because I've been seeing them replying to a whole bunch of brown pants conservatives who are very unhappy with the fact that the FBI is raiding a criminal's base after he stole some governmental things. I do believe this is random. It is random. Check this one though. Weekly. Oh, I still have to do that. I thought I did that. I thought it was finished. Ugh. Let's really do that. For example, he replied to Jim Jordan 3 hours ago. Jim Jordan 20 hours ago said the raid of Mar-a-Lago was one of the most frightening things that was in our country, albeit. And Conservatives Are Evil are a peaceful raid of a criminal compound is more frightening than national terrorists invading the Capitol, naming and killing cops. Are you just a full-blown Nazi now? It's just true. Jim Jordan is trying to call a peaceful raid of FBI on a criminal's compound where all they did was take back things he stole and didn't even arrest him, and no one was hurt. I don't think anybody was arrested, was detained, and nothing really happened, as the most frightening thing ever. Why? Because it means that criminals like Jim Jordan are now being held accountable, and he thinks he's going to get his comeuppance. He should have got his comeuppance a while ago when he was involved in allowing rape on his watch at a gym. I mean, look, there's Rick. Rick's coming to, Rick is apparently going to be coming to, the multiverses on the Season 1 Battle Pass. We're currently on the Season 0 Battle Pass. Season 1 Battle Pass will be Rick, Morty, and a few others. I think you automatically get Rick if you buy the Battle Pass by the looks of it. Why did I just go straight down? Am I insane? Let's fly a little. Why till we can't fly no more? We're heading to the same house, maybe. Paul Gozar said the FBI have reportedly seized the cell phone of House Freedom Caucus Chair Scott Perry. What is Scott Perry? Is Scott Perry not the name of an actor? Our country is becoming unrecognizable. The FBI and the regime they take punching orders from the enemy of the American people. They must be stopped from the FBI. And that was Paul Gozar. In his own words, and a voice I think might sound like him, even though I have no idea what he sounds like. He is an evil POS. Conservatives Are Evil posted, F you. They had evidence and a warrant. This is how the FBI and Gov should function. None of you idiots are above the law. Is this something you might be learning personally very soon? Is that why you were so worried? Thomas Massey said pretty much the same thing, said the Biden administration crossed the line. We can't wait 2 more years to correct this. After the 22 elections, Congress must use the power to pursue the reign, the DOJ and FBI. They're assuming that, they will have free roam of governmental facilities. Shit. The moment 2022 happens, which is if we want America to remain America, we must destroy the GOP at the polls. You want America to stay America? There cannot be conservatives after 22. They don't need to just be beaten. They need to be wiped out wholly from all places of political power. If we don't destroy the conservatives, they will destroy us. It's us or them. That is it. We can wipe them out at the polls, or they will wipe us out in our places of home and work. Excuse you. That is rude. How dare you? Who's shooting at me? Actually, I should have stopped here. Some of this. Hello, Lumber. I'm not after you. You're a pain in the butt. I'll take out whatever you're pooping. Take out whatever you're pooping? I will pick up whatever you're pooping. Jesus. Ooh, look at that. If I follow him, he should rift here in a minute. There he goes. I need to take that rift. Goodbye, Yellow Brick Road. Did you not follow me? Hello, drivers. When did I go on this flusher? Weird. Hey, wolves, anybody? Anyway, to Thomas Massey, who said Biden crossed the line. Conservatives are evil said, investigating a criminal compound for stealing government documents isn't crossing the line. You saying so makes me wonder if the FBI should be looking at you. Ted Cruz, the worst Canadian Texan in the existence of any Canadians in Texas, said when they're going even too far for Cuomo. Conservatives evil said, ball sweat from what might be on you and that wife he called ugly? Always wondered what dirt he had to get you to tongue his starfish so thoroughly after he treated y'all like that. Guess we'll find out. Might want to head to Cancun. Us Texans won't miss you. Mrs. Boebert, renowned conservative terrorist, said, I will not fund a tyrannical government. Biden's bureaucrats better be ready to trust the clean house. Did she call the FBI right? Woke. hold on. I'll read what Conservatives Are Evil COV said here in a minute. COV. City of Villains. That's what that's in a hold in a room for. It's like I remember COV being something else when I was younger. I miss City of Villains. That was a nice MMO. I would have loved to stream that back in the day. That was before streaming games were really a thing, much less YouTube games back then. Oh, brick, I'm dead. Well, almost. I was killed by Papa Smurf. Ba 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 da ba 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 da ba 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 ba. Anyway, Conservatives Are Evil said, I don't think fascist terrorists get to call or go. Government raid on a criminal compound because he stole government documents as tyrannical, yo wet mule. I don't think he takes Bobert seriously. Bobert, if you didn't know, is a person who is in government solely because she had an affair with Ted Cruz, according to what I've been reading. Back when she was in the sex industry, and I have nothing wrong against the sex industry, but she's used her position to work against people in places like she was before. Including the fact that she's gotten abortions while she was in the sex industry, and I wonder if one of those were Ted Cruz's kids. Conservatives Are Evil has posted, Trump knows he has the documents, even said he had the right to take the documents, but now he says he's being framed and the documents are planted. And yes, his cultists will herald this bullshit. And that was after, in his Truth, whatever social site no one actually belongs to, he posted the idea that he was being set up by the feds. Not the real Tracy Delaney posted, funny, when it's black people, it's just a bribe. Back the blue and obey the law. But when it's a rich white man, they're outraged. Rachel Vinman said, the former president and his cronies did try to do this, so my husband should shut up. Huh. I guess we'll hit this. Tom Filton says Judicial Watch, which is a conservatives propaganda group and no one important, has launched an independent investigation on the Biden FBI political raid at the Trump home. Conservatives Are Evil translated, we are trying to play up the feds as the bad guys for legally raiding Swamp Hitler's compound after he stole government documents. And I've been using that name for a while too. I like the idea, Swamp Hitler. It's like Hitler, but he's a disgusting swamp monster to go along with being just some immoral monster. Conservatives Are Evil have also posted, so in the past few days, Trump's Super Hotel Gold, Golf Course, and Graveyard has been raided by FBI, mostly because he stole and kept classified documents. A loyalist congressman had his phone confiscated, and the Trump corporation was slapped with lawsuit for replacing Made in China tags with Made in America tags. Trump's world is collapsing, and I said this earlier too. It'll be nice to see him become what he's meant to be. Stain America's underwear that we finally had to throw away. A man of worms. A Stephen King villain. Not even a good Stephen King villain. It's like that guy in Under the Dome. That kind of Stephen King villain. Not that that isn't like a good Stephen King villain, but it's not like an amazing Stephen King villain where it's Pennywise or something cool like a vampire, it's just some loser. I like. But down there, like gold. Which gold do you have? Where'd it go? Did I see? Right. Just imagine when I saw that, I saw it to open it. The one thing I don't like about opening these box chests is I don't get any XP from it. No expa. Oh, the tree died. That's why that was there. So here's another one that is not related to this one. A former student, there was a Newsbreak article about former students rallying behind a teacher who was suspended from her job. Conservatives Are Evil posted she was a nationalist forcing her students to worship a flag. Some kids are probably in support of her because nationalism is a giant problem here, and fellow flag worshippers fascists are in her class. Yes, so this lady was a teacher, and she was using abuse, uh, threats, coercion to force people to stand for the national anthem or basic flag worship. I don't do the national anthem. I don't worship the flag. I don't worship this country. It is an un-American thing to do to worship a country. Being loyal and worshiping a country is not the same thing. Good. I am now under threat. Fine. Good. Oh, did you hear that? See if we can make it. It's too early in the game for him to know where I am is the problem for him. But to come get me, he's gonna have to stay out in the purple. And he's lost me. I will stay out in the purple. I have a heal. I will go the moment purple touches me, but I will stay here till it's purple. You enjoyed the purple, dude. I hope you have a heal. He's still back. I don't think really. Wait. Why is it so foggy? This drag on sea? Gingerbread man, how's he not 10? Must have had 30 doors of them the entire time. Now my objective is to find that gosh darn pig or wolf right on top of hello. What was that? Did I kill him? Is he dead? Scared the shit out of me, actually. Ah, fun. Ah. Yeah, fuck yeah. I'm out. What's going on here? I have some weird, funky rift or something. Whew. Well, this might be my last drop, guys. Nikki Haley said almost 24 hours after former President Holmes raided the FBI Justice Department, White House have zero explanation. Conservatives are evil said, the FBI technically doesn't answer to you, but you may very well answer to the FBI. Enjoy that, Nazi. Christian fascist Kevin Sorbo, the wannabe actor who played a really terrible part in Hercules, said the government is the enemy of the people. Conservatives are evil replied, the FBI is doing their job investigating a criminal. Trump is an enemy of the people. And in extension, all of his cultists like you. Mike Pence. Mike Pence is a curious problem. If Trump had been there on January 6th and had Mike Pence gotten into that car with his Secret Service, more likely that day on the Capitals, Mike Pence would have swung from the gallows. He would have died of asphyxiation. or a broken neck. As Trump looked on with that smug little weird half-wit smile of his. So, it's a little weird that Mike Pence has gone so out of his way to keep Trump's testicles so far down his throat. Mike Pence says, I share a deep concern with millions of Americans over the unprecedented search for the personal residence of President Trump. It's a hotel, by the way. It's not technically his personal residence. It doesn't count. Just because he lives in his home hotel doesn't make it his home. No former president of the United States has ever been subject to raid of personal residence of American history. That's because Mike Pence, no other president in American history, has stolen private government documents back to the House to hide their own crimes, or to sell information to their Saudi investors. Certain conservatives are evil said, Mike, had Trump had his way, had he been at January 6th, had you gone with your Secret Service, I was copying them by the way, you'd be swinging from the gallows. Grow some backbone and stop licking the worthless ballsack. Representative Majority Taylor Greene said, I just tried to call the FBI to ask why they confiscated a sitting member of Congress's personal cell phone. It rang twice and went to voicemail. And she posted that she called Rick Perry. Rick Perry? No, Scott Perry. Scott Perry. Hey, wait a minute. Is Rick Perry and Scott Perry related? Because that would just answer so many questions. And Conservatives Evil said, I don't know who you think you are, but all members of the government are subject to FBI investigation when they're under suspect of being outright criminals. You're probably on the list to being a conservative terrorist. After all, stop playing victim. Then Conservatives Are Evil said, terrorists... Oh, what the hell? Hold on, I have someone texting me. I know. We have 4 people on the map. That interrupted. I looked through. Shuffle drives. Can we finish with a win? I can't do any more of that, right? I have 30 health and 73 shield. I don't think I'm going to win this one. If I do, it'll be a miracle. Anyway, COE, I should say, because he doesn't say vile anymore, said terrorist, pedophile, and court criminal Alex Jones to get 90% discount on owing damages he's supposed to pay to families he wronged. Sounds about right. And it's true. Alex Jones, by all means, should pay 100%, but because of a criminal Texas um, allowance that helps roll back how much the rich have to pay to people they owe. He's only going to have to pay maybe a few 100,000 to each people he owns because he's being fined in 3 different places. Someone said he might owe a total of 1.7 if you combine all the different families together, which is just a paltry sum of how much he's supposed to owe. I decided to show fair now. Oh shit, I thought she went down too. I knew I was gonna win that with that life, but at least I think I got her. Did I get her? I see. I think I got her. Yeah. Down the hill. Okay, that'll be our stream for the day, guys. Good 2 hours. Who else is texting me? No. I forgot that was a thing. That's what's his name with all his shirt on and stuff, right? Okay, what do we got on Battle Pass? We got 15, so nothing I can really do then. Like, if I was able to go to the next, oh, these are all 20s. Literally nothing I can do. I'll work offline as well on it. Gold suit, black cape does not match. With the saddle, I don't know. Thank you, boy. Cute ball. Anyway, I don't know when the next time I'll be on. I honestly am not going to have a schedule. My schedule this week is kind of messed up anyway. Hello. Schedule thing isn't working. Oh, there it goes. So yeah. Today's Wednesday. I really don't have time to do anything until maybe next Monday or Thursday. I might do something. I have Monday, Tuesday off. Monday I'll be bringing my son to school for his first day, but after the evening I won't have anything, and then Tuesday I'll have all day, so we may play during those days. I will put morning streams might be rolled back a whole bunch because when I write, I wake up in the morning to write. So when I can't write in the evening, and if I don't get writing straight in the morning, get my coffee, get writing, my brain won't focus on the writing. But if I can get into that focus, I can write for hours. I can write for a half a day, a full day. I can sit for the same amount of time I play games or longer. I can sit and write. So I have to get in and do it first thing in the morning, or I can't do it at all. And if I feel like writing, it's going to take priority over streaming or gaming. The evenings, though, might be a little more freer. On Mondays and Tuesdays, like these days when I have evenings free, I'll figure out something. We'll delete Chrono for now. I mean, we're done with it. And we'll put in an indie game or something into either the Xbox or the PS5. I need to get me some memory for both systems. By the way, both systems' memory has been full. By the way, I want to give... I'm on the PS5 while playing this. I want to give notice to Xbox and applaud to Xbox. Xbox's accessible storage drive, meaning the storage drive that games can be played off, is external. You plug it in and you play from the back end of the Xbox, which is amazing. It's the same price as the PS5 uh, extended drive. And PS5 plug and play extended drive is almost the same as a computer plug and play drive, but it's different than Xbox. Xbox, you have to have a special one, but they're basically the same price. In the PS5, I have to take my PS5 apart to access the door to put it in. Why it can just be plug and play? I don't know. The good thing about the Xbox's version is with the plug and play features is you can have multiple extra memory if you need it, since they're all about like a terabyte, and then you can switch them out, label what's on them, switch them out as you need, transfer memory around on the go. That seems so much more accessible, hitting back into memory cards. Sure, it goes back into memory cards, right? We've kind of ditched memory cards, but it's a good thing to go back to memory cards when systems like the Xbox and PS5 are built not to handle the amount of memory it needs. The PS4 had terabyte memory, and the PS4 Pro had a terabyte memory, and that was not enough to handle its games. The amount of games space you needed for games. Games are all saved on the hard drive now. Your disks don't mean crap. They're just the kind where the memory gets copied from your disk to the hard drive, and it's all on the hard drive to be accessed. The disks aren't used during the game systems. So because of that, your hard drives lose space faster. So you would think that after the PS4 ended up being like, well, this wasn't enough hard drive for me. People were getting external hard drives at 5 terabytes to compensate for my inability to work. That they would do, well, maybe we need to start with a 5 terabyte solid state drive and work from there. But no. They want you to buy other things. I know, typical corporate things, but really, video game industry, think of your fans. We aren't rich. It isn't the rich douchebags all playing games over here. It's us, the people who need to escape. The people who aren't rich. The people trying to make money off of it, maybe. Or the people just playing for fun and escaping reality. We're the ones you get a lot of your money from. And if you make gaming inaccessible from us, you lose money. You're going to end up collapsing the game industry just because we can't afford to play you anymore. So, in your next iterations, the PlayStation 5s and Xbox X's, or your PS6 and Xbox Omega, make hard drives sustainable. You're going to have bigger games then, and you're going to probably have the solid state drive, so give us the 10 terabyte hard drive, because at that point, the 10 terabyte hard drive will be tiny. It'll be small, and it won't cost you as much as you think it's going to cost you in the long run, because people will still fill that 10 terabyte up, but they'll be more satisfied doing it because there will be room. And when they go on to buy the extended hard drive, and hopefully we'll have external solid state drives by then, they won't be so angry about doing it because they'll have a ton of stuff on their game system already. Anyway, I hope to see y'all maybe Monday evening if I get around to doing something. Don't know what it's going to be. It's probably not going to be a new game. There is some rumor that Legends of Dragoons is coming back. I don't know if it's a remaster like Chrono Cross. If it is, we'll play it. I did find out that the Steam version of Chrono Trigger is the DS version of Chrono Trigger, missing a in-scene, the Falagardia, which is fine, whatever. We already know about the Falagardia, we can miss that in-scene. So, I'm going to see how it runs on my computer, and we may end up playing that one once upon a time. But not anytime soon. I have so much to do here I need to get done. Clean up my room, just get things finished over here before I start any long Let's Plays. I do kind of want to play the Morgue game, but I don't think that's on systems. I'll look for it, actually. On my computer that could run games is kind of on the dying spectrum of things, and I guess I could see if I could borrow my son's laptop for it, but it's with him all the time, so I can only play it in the evening while he's here, and he takes my time, and while he's here, he's priority for me. I'm not games, not writing, he is my priority. If there's anything in this world I'm proud of being, it's like a dad. And maybe one day I'll be a dad that you can be proud of. Other than being a nice dad, I'd be dad with a job that isn't slave working for retail for 16 years. So yeah, I'll probably see you on Monday evening or Tuesday evening, and maybe Tuesday morning. Probably not Tuesday morning. We'll see what happens. There's no guarantees anymore. If y'all want more guarantees that I'm going to show up and stream, then y'all need to show up and watch. I don't mean to like be, oh, how dare y'all not show up and watch? I'm a nobody. I don't expect it. But if y'all want to watch me stream, or if y'all want more YouTube, show up and make it worth my while. I don't make any money off of this, so when it doesn't look like I'm going to make any money off of it, so really I don't have a reason to come back as often as I want to, if that makes sense. If I'm going to go do something that I'm not going to go make money off of, I'd rather focus on my passion of writing. Even though the next few books I'm putting out, none of them are going to be free anymore. I need to make at least a semblance of some kind of amount of money off my things. As for my writing, keep an eye on Twitter and Facebook page for any kind of news on Climax of Evil coming out or what's going on. I haven't heard from Willow. I know she's busy and it hasn't been that long. It seemed longer to me because I'm a busy boy. Because so much has moved so fast in this fascist hierarchy uprising. Dead Ends 4 currently has 3 stories connected to it. It's not enough stories to put out anytime soon, and considering the first thing I'm putting out is going to be pretty much a short story collection anyway, I don't think I'm going to be putting out Dead Ends 4 anytime soon. But do expect it to come out within a year-ish. Full-on novels? Don't know. I am working on full-on novels at all time. The moment I feel like one of them is complete, I'll put out. The werewolf novel has its cover art done. I just need to feel comfortable with the story, and I need to see where I'm going. I was hoping to get Climax of Evil out just because it is time relevant. Werewolf novel might come out after that. The Writers series, the first novel, is sitting pretty where it's done. It isn't the longest thing in the world. I feel like that might be too short, but I also feel like the story's neat where it is. I guess as a self-publisher, I get to make that call. I don't know. I'll decide that later. That'll probably come out later. And I don't know anything else that is pertinent right now, objectively, to what's happening at this moment. As far as social things are happening, guys, what's going on in the U.S. can be stopped only by removing conservatives from power. If you want, like I said earlier, if you want the U.S. to exist, if you want democracy to exist, if you want fascism to fall, if you want LGBTQ to be safe, if you want us not to be under some Christian tyranny, if you want all races to be safe and all religions to be free and all of us to be free from religious tyranny, you need to vote Democrat. There's no good voting on the right. They're just psychopathic cults nowadays. Psychopathic, corrupt, criminal cult. Heralding in this windstorm around an evil man, and even if the FBI takes out this evil man, even if they lock him away for good, even if his empire falls to ash and all of his family members are in jail, they will continue to be the criminals they are. They will just focus doing it elsewhere, and maybe around a new target. Maybe there'll be a new dictator they herald up. Maybe it'll be DeSantis. He's a pretty big dictator over in Florida, and that wouldn't surprise me. So unless you want all that threat to be a real threat to us, remove them from the government. Remove them for good. Vote in so much mass against them that even Texas and Georgia, where they're erasing our rights to vote, won't be able to fake winning. Make every state so blue the conservatives have nothing left to do but to go hide in caves with their heads between their legs, because they know how much we dislike them. That is the best thing we can do. That was creepy. Did y'all hear that? I don't know if it was the music, but it sounded like someone in my ears. I've always mentioned my house is haunted. We may talk about that in a later time, maybe around Halloween. I will see y'all later, guys. Peace and out.